minute and a half, tremendous energy for the team. Where did it all go after that?
Oh, that's a good question. I thought outside the first 2 minutes, I thought we were terrible on both ends of the floor in the first half and got ourselves down, double digits at the half. We had a couple opportunities to make a run, and when you let a team out-rebound you, I believe 19-8 in the first half, and you allow them to shoot 52% on your floor, that's a heck of a hole you've got to dig out of. And in the second half, we held them to 30% shooting in the second half. Did a pretty decent job overall defensively, and we shot 32%. We got 11 more shots than them in the second half, but I think the tougher team won today. The team that that stat line, the rebounding line, is ridiculous. I've never seen that from one of our teams, period, regardless of who we've played. Getting out rebounded 41-28 and 19-8 at the half. To me, that's toughness right there, and I'm not going to call anybody out. It starts with me, and I guess I've got to find a way to get guys tougher, and I'll do that. However we got to do it, we'll do it. But right now we need to toughen up. This was a lost opportunity, and if we feel sorry for ourselves, then we're going to take a beating on Sunday. It's a different team coming in here on Sunday than Binghamton, and you have to win at home. We've already given one away, and Binghamton did a nice job, but we did absolutely nothing to help ourselves.
Defensively, what did Binghamton do to get your key guys out of rhythm?
I think it's more, what we did. Binghamton's got good length defensively. They sagged off us a little bit, and we didn't make any outside shots early on. I think we were 3 for 13 from 3 in the first half, and we also missed a lot of shots in the lane. Looking at the stat sheet, Mike Black and Fran Early are really the only guys that that I felt played solid basketball tonight. I don't get caught up with what Will did in the last 2 minutes because, the game was almost over at that point. We need that the first 35 minutes, not the last 2 or 3 minutes. So, the tough thing is right now I have to lead this team every minute of every day, and I think that gets draining for me. I think it's tiresome. The kids need a voice from in that locker room to lead them once in a while, and we don't have one right now, and that's something that I've got to continue to work with our captains on is some leadership. Somebody's got to get upset besides me when we're getting outworked, and you can't get outworked on your home court regardless of who you're playing.
Have you approached any of your veteran guys and asked them to be more of a leader?
Oh, I talk to them all the time, but I'm not one of those guys that believes that in the born leader theory. I don't think leaders are born. I think they can be developed, and I think nowadays too many kids are worried about what their peers think, and I think it takes a unique kid. Like we had in years past, Levi Levine comes to mind, Brian Lillis, guys that just don't care what anybody thinks. All they care about is winning. And I think right now we've got too many guys that care about what everybody else thinks, and it's not good.
Rebounding-wise, Will, is that you guys are typically a good rebounding club? Is
Yeah.
that an effort thing?
Absolutely, it's effort and it's toughness. Straight effort, straight toughness. That's all it is. I think it's physical toughness, it's mental toughness, and really, I think you can take technique and throw it in the garbage. Dennis Rodman never blocked a guy out in his career, and he was the best rebounder of all time. It's heart, it's effort, it's hustle. You need to be a ball getter. Go get the ball. The kid for them, Jobby, he had 8 points, 3 of them off offensive rebounds. Lacusa's a big, strong guard, pounded the offensive glass and got some putbacks. And I think we had a couple of decent defensive possessions in the first half. And, you defend for 30 seconds and give up an offensive putback, it's demoralizing. So.
3 days to go until Vermont. What do you preach to these guys in practice over the next few days?
Well, it's not going to – we play so many games in so few days right now. It's not going to do me any good to come out and absolutely grind them the next 2 days. The best way I can get them to understand how bad we were is to make them watch the first half and use that rewind button often. and get ready for Vermont. Like I said to them, I said, hey guys, I said, we've always prided ourselves on our rebounding and toughness, but then again, this is a different team than last year's team and the teams in the past. So I think it would be unfair to say that this team is similar to teams in the past as far as toughness and rebounding. And the other thing is we've had some important games with Vermont over the past couple of years, as recently as last March. But again, we're a different team right now. Are we going to be tough enough to stop Marcus Blakely? I don't know. We weren't tough enough to stop Jabby and Lacusa tonight. My thing is you need to bring it every night, not when you feel like it or not when things are going well. So we got to continue to work with these guys. They want to win. It's just about there's a certain way you have to go about your business on a daily basis. And we've got good kids, but we've got to we've got to get tougher. We've got to work harder.
What happened after that? Where did that energy go? Was it something you did? Was it something you guys didn't do?
To be honest, I really don't know what happened to that energy. We did have great energy when we came out, made some shots, and I think tonight we really relied on our three too much. I mean, I came out and missed some shots. Will hit a couple shots and missed some shots. Other guys came out and missed some shots. And we did shoot the ball pretty well the last few games, so I think we really relied on our three-point shooting rather than getting the ball inside, getting the ball to guys that score inside and everything like that, what we've been good at in the past. And I think rebounding was the key tonight. That's another thing that we do really well, and we didn't do very well at all tonight. So I think rebounding and just missing shots is what really killed us right there in the first few minutes, and we lost a little bit of confidence.
Coach, Coach said sometimes the battle on the boards comes down to toughness, and Binghamton was tough tonight. Do you agree with that?
I think they wanted it maybe a little more, which is hard to say as a player, but I do think a lot of their missed shots fell right into their hands. I mean, I just kept shaking my head. I mean, there wasn't much else I could do because they would go miss a shot, and a guy we'd be helping somebody else, and a guy would just be standing right there underneath the basket, just getting the ball. And I think our rotations were a little slow tonight. Our help and the helper was a little slow tonight. And I think just a combination of a lot of things collectively just led to that loss tonight.
Billy, do you feel like, given what happened at Binghamton, that any of the guys underestimated this team coming into the game?
No, I think Coach stressed enough all week that they were a really good team and they were a really big team. And I hope they didn't, but I really think that it just came down to missing shots and not being in the right spots to rebound the ball. I'm sure tomorrow we're going to get after it on the boards, and I can guarantee that we'll be ahead on the boards against Vermont and do a really good job against Vermont on the boards.
Coach Brown said Vermont's a very different team than Binghamton. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I haven't watched much film on them. They got a lot of athletes. They're not as all around. They're not as big as Binghamton. I mean, Binghamton had point guards 6'2", and then everyone else over 6'6". I mean, that was a tough matchup for Mike Black, and he did a great job on offense tonight and did a great job. But I think that I think Gifford does a good job on Blakely, and as long as we can keep him out of the game and make other guys have to step up and just defend those guys, I think we'll do a good job against Vermont. So hopefully we'll just get after on the boards and make some shots. I mean, I don't expect for myself to come out and make every shot every game, and it felt good tonight, and it just wasn't dropping. So it was just one of those nights for myself offensively, but I thought I could have done more things defensively and rebounding to help our team win tonight.